Hi everyone, this is Kathy Mamelin. Welcome to my channel. Very grateful that you were guided here today. We are going to be asking our spirit guides for some messages for what is going on around you with love. This is a general love reading for any sign and any sign of the person that you may be thinking of. So if there's someone on your mind and we want to know where we're headed, what's going on, what are their intentions, anything spirit wants to share with me. So person on your mind, general reading, general love reading. And let's see what our spirit guides are saying for you today. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that was newly guided here. If this is your first time, very, very grateful. Thank you for joining us. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages, the person on my mind, what is going on around this connection? Where are we headed? What do you have for us? What is it that you need us to know? Okay, toxic relationship. Is it gotten toxic? Okay, are you triggering? Is this person triggering things within you that maybe we're not proud of? You know, we're reacting to things, whether it's jealousy or insecurities, or this person could be triggering things that maybe you thought you had a better control over. You know, maybe this person has a temper and you didn't realize they had a temper. So there could be some things coming out of the woodwork that we're not very happy with. I have friends. I've been talking to my friends. That's how that came in, whether it's you or them, but it's a sense of I'm kind of getting feedback from people that maybe this relationship has got some issues and I might have to deal with the issues. I've got a hookup. Is it casual or is it going to be more? Is this person, this feels like I've got friends saying, are you sure that this person isn't just a fling? Are you sure this person is looking for something more, you know, or are they just looking for one thing? And sometimes when you're in it, you don't see the big picture because it feels good. The intimacy feels good. And you think, well, they wouldn't be with me if they didn't want to be with me. No, just, you know, casual isn't working is how spirit's saying, you know, casual won't work. Okay. Whether it's, a hookup or just physical, something like that. You know, we need more. I have anxiety. Is this causing you stress? So if it's causing you stress, you may need to take a step back and say, is this person going to be able to give me what it is that I need? I do feel like I have feelings for this person. I'm going to get a couple more of these. Okay. Is this person somebody that is looking for a long-term commitment, or is this person just casual? You know, are we going to go from casual to commitment? You know, is that where we're trying to head? And is this person capable of that? Sometimes we think it is, sometimes this is what we wish for, but we have to be careful that this person are they capable of it? There's a magnetic attraction. There is a undeniable feeling that I want to be with this person. So again, I feel that I'm just anxious. I'm struggling with, you know, where do we go? It came into me as where do we go from here? You know, like maybe it started out as a physical connection and maybe neither one of us were really thinking too far ahead other than we were really attracted to each other. But I just feel like, where do we go from here? Maybe this has been going on for a while and I guess I need more answers. Because right now I'm feeling that it can't stay the way it is. Something has to change. Okay. That's how it's coming in. So you're starting to feel either used, or this person only wants one thing from you, or that this isn't turning into more. So maybe you're starting to wonder, are we going to take it to the next level? Spirit, maybe you didn't have feelings for this person initially, but now you have feelings. Spirit, please share with me. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Hermit. This person's used to being alone. I have a Knight of Swords. And I have a Sun. Okay, so a little bit of they're working towards, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say they're working towards a start. I do feel like they're putting in some time, thought. They're having a hard time giving up their freedom. Okay. And it's that transition from single to a relationship that not everybody is ready for. And sometimes they just say, I like it the way it is. Can't we just keep it the way it is? Because that's their way of holding on to both. I can have you in my life and I can be single at the same time. They can't have both. Okay. You can't be single and in a relationship at the same time. So if it was working in the beginning, but they're starting to feel like you're getting, anxious about it, that you aren't feeling as comfortable with it as you were before. They can tell that you're wondering, where this is headed. I will tell you they're putting some thought into giving up that freedom. Okay. So I guess that's good and starting something. So, but we want to, they're ready to make a decision. Are these two stuck together? Okay. So they're getting ready to make a decision. And then of course, here comes that, I'm afraid to give you my heart energy. I'm afraid to be vulnerable. I'm afraid to share where I'm headed or, what's going to happen next. Because when we stay in this kind of, we don't have any rules energy, that it's easy. It's just all fun and games, right? So we don't have any expectations from each other. We're not responsible in any way for each other. I have a Four of Pentacles. This is a feeling of, I just have to take care of myself with that Four of Pentacles. I have a feeling your person is realizing that what's maybe started out as kind of casual and without expectations, I feel like they can tell that you're looking for more at this point and you can't stay in this casual energy forever. So they're giving a lot of thought to, can we transition into the next level? And is that what I really want? Spirit, please share with me. I have regrets. That's coming into me as if I walk away from you, I may regret it. Okay. Like, I'm thinking about if I give this up and I give you up, I may regret it. So they definitely have feelings for you. I have passion. They don't want to give up the passion that they're feeling. They don't want to give up the intimacy that they have with you. Obviously, that has been working. So they're enjoying that. I have self-worth. They want you to feel better about yourself. They don't want you to think that they're using you. I would say that. Bottom of the deck is freedom and romance. So I have this person who is really struggling with, can I give this up? Right now it feels fun, right? It's romantic, it's exciting. It's always exciting when there's no strings attached. It's always kind of, a little bit taboo and a little bit of getting away with something. And so, but at some point, we have to be adults and nobody wants to feel used. And I do feel like they are starting to realize that you could be feeling used and you're not going to allow that. We could be using each other. Okay. That could be, this is all we want. Maybe all you want is a relationship with no strings attached. But no strings attached isn't flying. I feel like maybe it worked in the beginning, maybe we both said, hey, you know what, let's not just worry about where we're headed. Let's just, see where this goes. Let's just see what happens. But I do feel like you deserve more at this stage. Like whatever amount of time you have into this person, you definitely deserve more. So let's keep going for a minute. Let's see what they need you to see, what other messages they have about this connection. I have an empty nest. So maybe this all started because I was lonely. It could be I have a Virgo energy, an empty nest. Maybe I was in a separation. Maybe I was lonely, maybe looking for a new life, starting over. I didn't want to go from maybe what I had before right back into it. Maybe I wanted to experience being single for a while, and this was my way of being single. But sometimes we realize that doesn't quite work either. Like people want to know that you're a one person, and otherwise it feels like you're being used in a sense. I have a Gemini energy, the number 7, convertible, free will. We have choices, flexibility, freedom, going with the wind. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. This person's struggling with, if I tell you that I want to take it to the next level, then I'm giving up something that I've fought for. Maybe it took them a long time to get out of a marriage. Maybe it took them a long time to actually be single so that they had that freedom and independence. But they can't have both is the bottom line, especially with you. Maybe they can have it with somebody else, but they can't have both with you. So they're really having a hard time with, what is it that I want? You're not an option. There's a lot of people out there, and this is a good time for now. The answer is no. The situation or event is not unfolding. So if this person isn't moving in the direction of, I want to be exclusive, I don't want to be with anybody else physically, then I would say that this person really only wants one thing. Are they out looking for just one thing? And that's something that's hurtful. Okay. And when you figure that out, you realize that, you have so much more worth than that. If they're saying, yes, I want more, of course I want more, or they become that I don't want to date anybody else, I only want to be with you, and they agree to not being intimate with anybody else, then obviously we're starting to move in a direction of commitment on some level, at least commitment to giving it a chance. Tools. And then this is my Capricorn energy, being practical. Okay. Trying to fix things. Organization, masculinity. I don't know. It feels like I'm trying to control things with all these tools. I'm trying to fix it or make it happen the way I want it to happen with kind of all my tools. Like I'm in the driver's seat. They're not necessarily in the driver's seat. It takes two people to be in a relationship. And let's get one more of these. I feel like your person has got to decide that they're either in or out, and they've had enough time in this kind of playful, casual energy. I have a cross. Okay, so I have a Pisces energy, and time to surrender, time to heed. Okay, putting others first. Okay, time to let go, time to sacrifice, time to do what's right. I feel like time to do what's right. Also, bottom of the deck, they're asking me for. So I have the universe, and this is my Scorpio energy, and creation, higher perspective, the big picture. What is meant to be, an awakening. This feeling of arms wide open. People come into our life for a reason, and we want to feel connected to different people. We want to feel that were meant to be for each other. So I want to go with the big picture. What's the big picture for you? You know, what's in it for you is really the message. So you've got somebody who I feel like they think the ball's in their court all the time. And I would say not necessarily. Spirit, please share with me some feelings. What kind of feelings are around this connection? Give me a few months. Okay, maybe they just need a little bit more time to kind of get used to the idea. Maybe they're kind of planting seeds in their head about, you know, where this could go. Stop running away. That could be you. They could be a runner that you could feel them, you know, saying to themselves, like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I can do this. It's all running energy. I cut him or her off like an ice box. So maybe they have in the past, as soon as somebody got close to them, they have a tendency to walk away, sabotage relationships. We had that kind of toxic energy in the beginning where friends were talking to you and saying, hey, is this good for you? Is this person want what you want? So that's really the question. You were right this whole time. So what is it that you're feeling? I also want to say, trust your intuition. There's a sense of my intuition already knows, but maybe I'm not looking at it the way I should because my heart is now attached to this person. Spirit saying it's really hard to change them. Okay. This particular person, you're not going to change somebody. You're not going to fix somebody. People either want it or they don't. We've come a long way. Why give up now? So there is a sense of time. Okay. And you can't, nothing's going to be handed to any of us immediately. It's an investment. So if you feel like there's attachments with emotions and you feel like we are making progress, okay, then possibly in a period of time, things will start to shift into this person's able to give up this sense of I need freedom and realize that they can still be themselves and be with you at the same time. So you've got somebody who, you know, maybe you have gone through a lot with already, and you're not giving up on them because you do see the possibilities with them. They're struggling, Spirit saying, I'm scared to face my feelings right now. I do feel like this is going on. I feel that they're just having a hard time giving up that freedom, and they want a piece of the pie. You know, it's kind of like, I just want a piece of the pie. I don't necessarily want it all yet. So that depends on how much you're willing to give, you know, of your heart, your soul, your body, your mind. So you've got to decide. I will be more consistent. Okay. So I'm going to say, start to look at their actions. If they are just fighting the fear of being in a committed relationship, giving up their freedom, see if they start to put more time and energy into you. See if they start to do things with you. We start to do things as a couple. We go places. We do things with friends, family. They're using the word explore. Okay. We explore things together. Maybe we go for rides or day trips or things like that. But I want you to see if this person is moving in the direction of changing a pattern, they're saying. So maybe the pattern right now has been, you know, we do one thing, you come over, we hang out, we're intimate, and then you go home. You know, that isn't enough anymore. That isn't working. That's not a real relationship. So somebody has got to start to change. And if it's because they keep saying, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want, well, they're proving to you they only want one thing. And that's what you have to say to them. Well, right now it feels like you only want one thing. And when you want something more, let me know. But right now I want you to look at their actions. If they're being more consistent, if they are being more available. Spirit, can I have a couple more cards? Then I feel like a loser. I feel like they're disappointing you. I don't think they're saying I'm a loser to you, but I feel like they know they're disappointing you. Like they love you or they enjoy being with you. They care about you greatly. They're obviously intimate with you, but they also feel like they can't give you what you're looking for, and they're afraid that maybe they won't ever be able to, and they could be saying that to themselves. It doesn't mean it's necessarily true, but they could be thinking you would be better off with somebody else. I love when you give me space. It makes me miss you more. So this person likes having that independence. They like having that space between the two of you. And then when you come back together, maybe they feel like it's exciting. Maybe they feel like it's a little bit of a, like I said earlier, taboo feeling, like somehow I'm getting away with something. But what do you want? Does this space make it too hard for you? You know, sometimes that space is just too hard. I'm depressed. I feel like a loser. I feel like right now we have been struggling with, they're picking up on your energy that you want more, and they don't know if they're ready to give you more. They're struggling with that. And they don't want to regret making the wrong choice. They don't want to regret losing you. So, you know, is it going to be just time that they're going to move forward, Spirit? I'm really in a dark place. So they're struggling with, I don't know what I want. And I feel like they just keep going in that I don't want to hurt your feelings. I need emotional space. So this person is trying to figure things out for themselves. They might not be ready emotionally to be all in, and that could really hurt you. You know, you could be picking up on that. You know, they're coming to you and they're being intimate with you, and you feel like things are changing and they are showing up, and then all of a sudden, you know, they don't want more, and you don't understand why. So I'm going to say for today, give this person the space that they need. You have to decide, you know, where do we go from here? Because casual isn't working anymore. And if that's all they're looking for, then you have to decide, you know, like, I've given this enough time. And if you only want one thing, you know, I'm not really interested in being, you know, your casual hookup, you know, when you want it. So I think that right now you've got to kind of take a step back and decide what's best for you. Do they care about you? Yes. Do they feel like they could be hurting your feelings right now? Yes. You could give it more time if they're moving in the direction of showing you that they want more, but they're just scared. So let's ask Spirit to guide you both, and let's see where this goes. But just remember, you always get to decide what is best for your higher self and your future self. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words, your comments. I appreciate them. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other two channels, my Pick a Card channel and my main channel, and I'll put the links in the description below.